Have you ever shared a big dream with someone and felt excited for a moment, but days later, the motivation was gone? You told people what you wanted to do. They praised you. They clapped for you. They said, "You will do great." But somehow, the dream slowly faded. If this has ever happened to you, this story will change the way you think forever. Because sometimes, talking too much about your dreams is the very thing that kills them. Let me tell you the story of a man who learned this lesson. Once upon a time, in a small and peaceful village, there lived a young man named Simon. Simon was full of dreams. Big dreams every week. He had a new plan. One week, he wanted to open a shop. The next week, he wanted to learn pottery. Another week, he dreamed of building a house. But Simon had one strange habit. Before starting anything, he told everyone. He walked through the village market and shouted, "I will open the biggest shop this village has ever seen." People smiled. They clapped. They encouraged him. Simon felt proud. He felt important. That night, he slept peacefully. But the next morning, when it was time to work, he felt tired. The energy was gone. Days passed. The shop was never opened. Soon, Simon found a new dream. This time, pottery. He gathered people in the village square and said loudly, "I will make the most beautiful pots. Everyone will buy from me." Again, people praised him. Again, he felt wonderful. And again, after a few days, he lost interest. The clay remained untouched. This pattern continued for years. Simon announced his dreams. People celebrated his words, but his hands stayed empty. Nothing in his life changed. Slowly, Simon began to feel ashamed, confused, stuck. One evening, he sat alone near an old village well. His heart felt heavy. An elder from the village approached him. The elder was quiet and humble. People respected him, but he rarely spoke. He sat beside Simon and asked gently, "My son, why do you look so troubled?" Simon sighed and said, "I have so many dreams, but I never finish anything. I don't know what's wrong with me." The elder nodded slowly. "Tell me," he said, "what do you do when you get a new idea?" Simon replied quickly, "I tell everyone. I want them to know. I want them to be proud of me." The elder smiled softly. "Come with me tomorrow morning," he said. "I want to show you something." The next day, Simon met the elder in his small garden. The elder held 2 seeds in his hand. He gave one seed to Simon. "Plant this seed in the soil," he said. Simon dug a small hole, placed the seed inside, and covered it with earth. Then the elder took the second seed and raised it high in the air. He called nearby children and said loudly, "Look everyone, this seed will become a beautiful tree." The children clapped. They smiled. The elder placed that seed on a rock in the open sunlight. Days passed. The elder quietly watered the buried seed. He said nothing about it. Slowly, a tiny green sprout appeared. Week by week, it grew stronger. Meanwhile, the seed on the rock stayed the same. It dried in the sun. Birds picked at it. Eventually, it disappeared. One day, Simon stood looking at the small growing plant. The elder spoke gently. "A seed needs silence to grow. It needs darkness. It needs protection. If you leave it in the open and talk about it, it dries up. It gets stolen. It never becomes a tree." Simon felt something move inside his heart. The elder continued, "When you share your dreams too early, you feel proud, as if the work is already done. People's praise gives you pleasure. Your mind thinks the goal is achieved. So the fire to work slowly fades." Simon realized the truth. Every time he spoke about his dreams, the praise replaced the effort. He already felt successful. Without doing the work that night, Simon made a decision. This time, he would do things differently. He chose a small goal, to build a wooden chair. He told no one. Every evening, after his daily work, he sat quietly and worked with wood. Some days he felt excited. Some days he felt tired, but there was no pressure, no questions, no expectations. Only him and the work. Days turned into weeks. The chair slowly took shape. He made mistakes. He fixed them. He learned. And one day, the chair was finished. Simon sat on it. For the first time in his life, he felt real pride. Not pride from words, but pride from action. Soon, people noticed. "You made this?" they asked. Simon smiled and said, "Yes, I finished it first." From that day on, Simon worked in silence, chair by chair, table by table. Years passed. Simon became known as a skilled craftsman. He never announced his plans. His work spoke for him. Now let me ask you something. How many dreams have you talked about, but never finished? How many plans faded because praise came too early? Remember this. Dreams grow best in silence. Work quietly. Let results speak. The world doesn't need to hear what you are building. It only needs to see what you have built. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs it. Subscribe for more stories that change the way we see life. Until next time, keep growing quietly.